Done. Right. So people who have joined today, as the first class, let me just quickly glance about our institute. So we are actually an institute, iTech Analytics Solutions. We actually do trainings on analytics and reportings. We do corporate trainings, online trainings, classroom trainings. We also do a lot of projects regarding analytics and reportings for various companies. And we are a set of experts who have worked in the industry for more than 16 years. And we are not just trainers, we are professionals who have worked more than 16 years. And then we started this institute. So whatever we teach here is completely based on our experience. Okay, all right. Ashok, you will get a project that is there. On the 4th day, we are giving a project. Okay, the courses, what we do is right from advanced Excel, macros, dashboard designing, automations, SQL using MS Access server. We also teach advanced PowerPoint, advanced Word, data science courses, business analytics, data analytics, Tableau, Power BI, all these courses, all these tools which are related to analytics and reportings, we actually conduct in our institute. Okay. About myself, my name is Aadi Puttaswamy. I have 16 plus years of experience in various companies. I work for SD Software, that is Society General, then Pharma Analytics Solutions, then Musima Business Solutions, then IMS Healthcare. Now it is actually called as IQVIA. It's a world's #1 data analytics company. So I was actually 36th employee when the IQVIA started in 2011 as offshore in Bangalore. Okay, it's a very big company, started in 1954, I guess, but in Bangalore, 2011, they had their first offshore setup where I was 36th employee. Now you have 9,000 employees, more than 9,000 employees in Bangalore. Okay, all right. What are my specializations? Interactive and dynamic dashboards, tools development, advanced automations, process optimizations. These are my specialized area. Then the technology and the skills what I actually master is advanced Excel, macros, dashboarding techniques, SQL using Access, SQL Server, MySQL, Power BI, Tableau, that is business intelligence, automation techniques, reporting techniques, visualization techniques. Only course taking all right. And globally, we have clients, we have major clients like Wipro, Unilever, ACT Broadband, and there are many other companies as well. Apart from this, there are so many other small companies as well, because I don't want to clutter it. I just got few important clients, and we also do clients for overseas as well. You can see this Baban Gona from Nigeria. Then we have Sixth Sense from Dubai. Actually, we have done trainings outside Karnataka as well, then outside India as well. Okay, all right. The training course, what you can see, we have started our institute in 2012. From 2012 till now, we are actually having the score rate of 5.4 to 6 for 6.0 scores. Many companies we have already trained, and still we are training, and we are consultant as well. And we have been awarded with many certifications, many awards for the best institute and the best trainers as well. So from Urban Pro and from Suleka and many other companies have actually awarded. I cannot put everything here. And we are also an institute where we conduct exams for Microsoft. We are certified, and this year already we have 100 plus students who have completed their MO 200, which is MS Excel exam. And all these are actually, most of them are actually students or college students like you. People, you're not able to hear me? I think some of you are not able to hear. Is everyone facing same problem? Please let me know. Okay. Okay. Please check people who are not able to hear. Please check your speakers once. Okay. I think there is no issue in my internet. Okay. Right. If anybody is interested in certifications, please let us know. The contact number will be given. So please, you can contact us so that you guys can also write your exams. And we have this PL 300 Power BI exams already 25 plus students have already completed. So the numbers are actually mixed of professionals and students. Most of them are actually college going students or who just finished their college. Okay, who are planning for the career. And there are some of the students who have completed their certifications. These are all students who actually you are seeing on the screen. Vikas actually is now going for first year BCom, and here you can see there are so many other students. This is also a mix of professionals and students as well. Okay, all right. So here you can see there are many people, and these people are actually who have completed the Power BI certifications, that is PL 300. Successfully they have completed. There are many students who have completed. And about placements from 2022 to 2023, we have placed almost 150 plus candidates. But again, we don't take the credit that we have got them job, because it's all their efforts who work very hard, and we actually have tried referring some companies. Okay, the interviews and all are actually done by the students, the freshers, the graduates, or the professionals who actually got the job. So it is all because of the efforts and the skill sets what the students develop by themselves will actually get them job. It's not that any institutes can go and get you a job. It is you who have to put your efforts, improvise your skills, and then get the job. It's our duty to improvise your skills, give you more skills, and tell you how actually you can get prepared for the placements. That's what we can do. We can also refer you, but again, it's left to you how actually you will perform. Okay, so all credit goes to the students who have got the job, and I congratulate everyone every time they get a good career path. Okay, all right. So there are some students who have got placed, freshers and professionals who got more salary, more jump in their career. These are some testimonials. If you think you want to check our testimonials, you can also see in our Google reviews. I have put this, there are some links, you can go and check our reviews as well. Okay, right. So what is there in this entire webinar? We have day one Excel, day two, that is today, SQL Server. Then tomorrow I'll be having Power BI. Then we have a project using Power BI. After this, I'll be giving you a project as well, and the career guidance on the fifth day. Okay, right. Now, people are asking about the project. See, we are not just giving only the project. We are actually giving you the awards as well. Project will be given on the fourth day. After I complete the project, I will teach you one project, and I'll be giving you one more project which you have to do and submit. And that day I'll tell you what is the deadline. Project will be given to the participants. It will be given to all the participants, but there is 1,000 rupees gift voucher for all those who finish the project and send it to us. But we'll also check the attendance who have attended all the 5 days only will be given this award. Again, there are some exceptional cases. You can mention why you are not able to attend the session so that we can consider that if it is valid. Right. So gift vouchers will be given for the successful completion of the project only, and people who attend all 5 days. Okay. Right. Certificate of participation. Certificate of participation will be issued only for those participants who attend all 5 days and finish the project. Okay. So we are not going to give just like that, because this training is actually taken very seriously, and a lot of investment also has been done for this. Though you are getting it for free, we have to invest a lot. So ITAS ASRE, there is one foundation of, it's a part of iTech Analytics Solutions who actually have organized this. And we actually have to invest a lot, right from my time to others, my other teammates who are actually sitting here to support you people, to answer all your questions. So the entire team is sitting here. So we have a lot of efforts for 5 days, sitting for 4 hours, or 3 hours, whatever. So we have invested a lot. So please utilize this 5 days program. Okay. So certificate of participation is valid, and many of them actually have put this certificates in their profile as well, and they've got the job as well. Okay. So please be serious. There are some professionals sitting here. So I'm very happy that professionals also have attended, but this entire program is meant for the students, graduates, and the freshers who are looking for a job, which we are planning for giving more awareness of the job opportunities in this data analytics, data science, and the reporting field. Okay, right. Now, I was talking about something very surprising for you. There are some free gifts for all of you who wants to learn, because I know webinars will be like very fast. Yesterday, we had to rush with so many things very fast. So last evening, when actually speaking with the team, they told that why don't we actually encourage them to learn more? Okay, and I've seen more than 50 people have given comments, very good comments. I'm very happy. I'm very much thankful to all of you who encouraged us to give more and more knowledge to you people. Okay, see, what we decided is for the first candidates who post the best comment. Yesterday, some of you have posted best comment. If you give a best comment reviews on our app, okay, where is that? Say, for example, you have registered. So here you can see, here we have the course, right? If you just go down, just scroll down here, you have this, post the review here and in the Google link, okay, that I'll be sending you in the end of the session. After this session, if you are actually giving encouraging, okay, this is for our encouragement. If you give the best comment and the reviews on app and Google, you will be getting a complete access for the courses. So what are those courses? Let me show you. Say, for yesterday's course, see, this is the Excel entire course, okay? This entire course will be completely free, okay? This is lifetime access. Lifetime access for those who actually give the best comments. For first 10 people who comment on app and Google, you should take a screenshot and send it to this particular number. Make a note of this number, 9066078793. You please mention your name, take the screenshot of what comment you have given on app and Google, both. It should be both. Okay. If you are giving video comment, it is still good for us. Okay. People who are giving video comments, I'll give you a special gift also for you people. If anybody is sending the video comment, I'll promise you that I'll be giving you a special gift as well. But as of now, app and Google, just take a screenshot and send it. And for today's course, okay, I have the SQL Server complete course for you people. See, this will be your gift for today. People who have put the comments yesterday, the best comment, take the screenshot and send it. And also I want the app comment. For them, I'll give the advanced Excel course access. SQL Server for today, people who comment for today in the Google and app, for sure, I will give you the gift. Okay, this is my promise. And send the screenshot to this number. Make a note of this number, all of you. Okay, done, all of you? Have you noted down the number? Say yes if you noted down. Yes, all of you? Very good. But people don't comment on the course. I'm telling, comment here, the 5 days course, whatever is there. I'll send you the link if you want now only. This is the link, you can go here. Okay. And the Google review. I'll send you both the link. I have that here. Let me copy and paste. And give me 2 minutes. I'll not bother you much. So these are the 2 links. Just save this. Okay. Right. So let me minimize and then we'll start our session for the day. Okay. Right, people, I'll be starting the session for the day. Now, before that, okay, I have some people raising hands. Yeah, Sri Lakshmi, quickly, ask your questions so that I can start my session, because people are waiting for the session. I don't want to make people to wait for the session. Sri Lakshmi, you wanted to ask something? You raised your hand. You can message quickly, please. I don't have much time. All right. Okay, so what I was telling, so people, if, what was the question? No, nothing. Okay. Okay. All right. So people, I am available in LinkedIn. Okay. If anybody wants to follow me, because I have more than 2,500 links, HR links and something. Okay. People, please, I have told many times, sessions recording will be given, but end of the training. Okay. Right. Please, I will give the recordings. If anybody wants to follow me, this is my LinkedIn. Okay. So if anybody wants to follow me in LinkedIn, please, you can follow me. If any of your work you're done, you can also tag me. Okay. So that will actually give you more visibility. Right, people. So I think it's time to start. I want all of you to take your book, pen, or whatever, the notes or whatever. Please try to make a note of it. Okay. Right. Now, let's start the session. All of you, please concentrate. As I told you, when I talk, please concentrate. There are so many things I might. Okay. Thanks, Anusha. There are some people who actually posted. Thank you so much for following me. Let me take a notepad. All of you, people, listen. It's not that you just learn all the commands. You just learn all the topics is what you become master. Don't worry. For people who comment today, they are getting the complete SQL server. And people who wanted Excel, you can also send me the screenshot. For that also, you'll be getting the access for, Excel complete course. Right. Now, all of you stop working. Just listen. Don't type. I'll not answer any of you because it will be disturbing for me and for you as well. Right. The topic for today is SQL Server. Okay. So SQL Server, before going to this SQL Server, Suma and Raki, please mention the number where they can send the screenshot. Please give your number so that they can make a note of it. Okay. Because I'll be in the class. I cannot keep answering the students. Okay. Suma and Raki, mention the number there. Right. Or in the end, I'll tell you. People, I'll tell you. So before going to this SQL, let's understand why SQL is required. Okay. See here. Let's say I'll go step by step. Okay. I'll not use PPT much. Data. Data is actually information. Okay. Data is information. This information has to be stored somewhere. Okay. Understand that data has to be stored somewhere. Why are we actually storing? We are storing this data because we need to use it sometimes whenever it is required. For example, we take one system. I want to listen music. So what I do is I'll store all the music in my system and then listen to that. So that music, the songs, that is data. Now the data, I told it's an information. I told it should be stored somewhere. I cannot store just like that. In my system, if you want to store, I have a hard disk. I have some space where I'll store the information. So here we have something called as database, where I can store the information. So when I say data, the information I'm trying to store, there should be some place. I'll store that in database. I took an example of songs, which is data. I took the example of hard disk, which is nothing but like a database where I'm storing the data, but I need to organize that in a folder. Let's say my favorite hero, or say the directors or the movie names. We actually categorize it such a way that whenever I want to use, want to listen some music, I'll go to some particular folder and start listening to that, because people are not able to see my screen. Oops. So now, extremely sorry, people. Extremely sorry. Okay. All right. So what I was actually telling, I was telling that there is data. The data is nothing but information. And this information has to be stored. I have this database where I'll store the information. Okay. All right. Now, to organize the data. Just like that, I cannot dump. You actually store the songs in such a way that in an organized way, movie names or your favorite hero names, or by albums, something you actually mention and you will store it, you will organize it. So for this, we call it as database management. To manage the database. Understand this. If you understand this, then you'll know why actually we should use SQL Server or any other software. See, I have database management where I'm trying to manage the database. So the concept of managing the database is called as database management. But how will you actually manage? So there should be some technical support, some softwares for that. Then we have something called as database management system. Okay, database management system. This is the software which helps us to manage the database. Okay, understand. You want to share this notepad also? Okay. See, first data, we have information, that is information. Database is to store the information, database management to manage the database, and we need a software for that, which we call it as database management system. So this was actually very long back. So excuse me. It was very long back where we used to use this system. But now we have something called as a relational database management system. I tell you what is this relational database management system. We call it as RDBMS, and this is DBMS. So most of you actually know at least the basic of SQL. They'll understand this, what is DBMS and RDBMS. People who doesn't know were very much fresher. Keep in mind, database management system is nothing but it is a software which will help us in managing the data what we store in the database. Relational database management system is actually the kind of softwares which helps connecting or say joining many small tables or say many tables and write the queries. Okay, so this actually will support a relation, that is you're trying to join, which we'll be learning in this course. Okay, a relational database management system, they are the softwares. Which are all the softwares? Let me mention few. MS Access, which is from Microsoft. This is a desktop SQL application. SQL Server, which will be working today. MySQL, Oracle. There are so many other. Okay, let's not go into types of softwares, but I'm telling you, these are the majorly used, which I have. Okay, 1 minute. How to do that? One minute, people. Just okay. Good. Now I can concentrate. Yeah. Okay. So MS Access, SQL Server, MySQL, and Oracle. These are some of the SQL softwares what we actually use. Right. Now, in this, we're actually learning SQL Server. So if you understand these concepts, then you'll know why actually we use this SQL Server or any other softwares. To manage the data what we store, where we have various different tables, we are using this softwares, right? Now, this SQL Server or any other SQL softwares use a language, okay? There's a language, like what we have this Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Android. For Android, we have some operating system. We have Python programming for programming, and we have so many other programming language. Similarly, these softwares, all these softwares will use one common language called as SQL. Okay. Let me just ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question. Where is that? Okay. I will ask you one question. Can you see this? There is one question here. Full form of SQL. Can you just quickly answer this? I'll give you 1 minute. Quickly answer. Very good. 96%, 95% people have answered exactly right. Okay. Another 20 seconds, then I'll stop this poll. Okay, good. Right, another 10 seconds. Quickly finish the poll. Okay. All right, so I will stop the poll now. Okay, let me stop. I think I can share the result. Let me just see. People, are you able to see the results? I think your chat is disabled. Okay. Are you able to see the results here? Say yes, yes, all of you. Okay. Right, people. So here I had mentioned a full form of SQL, that is structured query language, system query language, structured question language, or system question language or something. Okay. This is just to confuse you people. Actually, it is structured query language. You can see many of them actually, majorly 93% of you have answered perfectly. People who have not answered, or say people who have answered wrong, please don't feel bad. Okay, this is one thing everyone actually feels. I'm not talking about only this question, any question. People actually feel that we have answered wrong, we don't know anything, others know a lot of things. It's not like that, because you people have not come across this language, or say, that subject, you might not explore it. So don't worry if you've answered wrong. Try to learn what the correct answer is. That's all. Don't feel bad. Okay. Right. So SQL is nothing but structured query language. Okay. So this structured query language is what I'll be teaching you today. I have a presentation here, which I've already uploaded. So you can go through that, but I'll not go and read everything, because I'm not a person who actually keep using this PPT and explain. For me, it's always practical class. Okay, so this is already shared. SQL stands for structured query language and blah, blah, blah. So many things are there. People, again, I don't want to go and read all this and waste time. We'll directly jump to our practical class. What SQL does, it executes queries, it retrieves data, insert records, update records, delete records, and create new databases. Okay. Then we can create new tables, we can create the store procedures, we can create views. What are this? We'll learn practically. See, relational database management system. We have SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Access, and many more other softwares. Okay. Right. So what is SQL Server? It's a relational database management system, or RDBMS, which I explained, is developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft software actually. Okay. So I will just walk you through all this like this. I have shared this PPT. Please, I request all of you go through this. Okay. Right. So this is the architecture, a simple architecture, how it works. So what I have, the system or the laptop, we are actually called as client. We send a request to the server by using the language SQL. And again, we'll get back the response for whatever question you're actually asking for. Okay. All right. So please go through this PPT I have shared. And I'm very sorry, I don't want to go and read all this like a college or school kids. I have also given the links here in the end of the presentation. Please see if you want to follow us in any of these channels. Okay. Installation is important. So this we'll just check quickly. Installation, how to install. Okay. See, first of all, check your system requirement. How to check the system requirement? I'll just go and tell you. What you do is just go to this Windows Explorer. Here I have this, there is that, this, okay, this PC. Right click and say properties. Here you'll get the properties. Just say properties, you'll get all the properties of your system. Mine is actually 64-bit operating system. I have a RAM of 12 GB and i5 system, and I have installed Windows 10 in my system. Okay, see, Windows 10 Pro, right? So if you check that, you will get the requirement. You can go to the website of SQL Server. There also they would have mentioned. So here this is for the previous version actually, which I have installed. There are some new versions which have been available. So here you can see I given the hardware specifications. You can go through that, and here I have the link. I'll just click on this link. It will take me to the link here. So you can download this Express. So this is what I actually do. So the latest version is 2022. Okay, what I have installed is 2019. So you can install this. Okay. All right. So once you have installed this, then after that we have something called as Management Studio as well. So for that, you can go here to the Management Studio. See this one, after install that SQL, you can go here. You can check this. Where is that? It's directly downloading actually. Say cancel, it will take some time. Management Studio. So you can download this, install it, and then start using it. Okay. All right. Let me close all the presentations, and then I will open the SQL Server. Okay. So I have already installed. What version I have? One version, previous version I have. That is that. Okay. See, SQL Server 2019. And here I have this Management Studio. Okay. Once you install the software, you will get something like this. So you might get 2022 here, and here you might get 2000, say, whatever SQL Server tools you have installed, you'll be getting that version here. But here you'll be getting 2022. Okay. So depending on your versions, you'll get that. I am opening this Management Studio now. Just open this Management Studio. It will take some time. Let it take time. This notepad, I'll share it with you people because I'll be writing a lot of queries here. It's opening actually. Right. So people, once you open this SQL Server, you can see that you'll get one window like this. It'll give me the server name, and I can say connect. Same thing, if you are working in a company, if you go to a company, there'll be a lot of other options, which you don't worry. There are some people who are called as system admin. They will help you in selecting the server name. Okay. For me, I have installed in my system, in my desktop itself, I made it as server. So I'm getting this as my server name. If at all you are working in a company, then the scenario is different. The admin will give you the server name. If you're installing in your system itself, automatically you'll get the server name. You don't have to worry. So depending on your operating system, mine is Windows. So I have this Windows. If you're using Apple, I'm not actually a person who is completely into this hardware. So I know few things to install. I do that. If you are using Apple, then you just check what the instructions given in the website, and then you can install. Okay. I'll click on this connect. When I click on this connect, you can see I'll get few things like this. Okay. What is that? I'll explain one by one. So first, when I actually connect, and once I get this, server connected, I'll get some options here. As an analyst, I'm not interested in every single options available here. I'm only interested in few things which I want to work on the data. See, a tool or a software can be used for multi-purposes. Some people use it for, develop queries and use that in the application development. We are actually using this SQL as a data analyst or, data scientist. That is to, what to say, we actually work on the data, that is cleaning the data, modeling the data, structuring your data, or, you can slice the data and get it for reports. So that is what we actually do. For that, we have various different commands. Now, if you go here, see, I have this database. So what is database? Database is nothing but it is an object which actually helps us in storing the data. When I say storing the data, see, I have created some database here for each class. Is to create some database. I'll show you how to create the database also for this class as well. So if you go to this database, here I'll get more other objects. So I'll have tables where I'll be storing all my data here. Okay. So here the data can be taken either by creating a table, create table and then store it, or we can import that. I'll show you both the ways. Okay. Right. Now here in SQL, there are again further divisions. So we just connected, we understood where is database, how the tables are stored, but we'll go and we'll create a database. But before that, I'll tell you some more things. This SQL will have various different further languages. In that, let me explain about DDL and DML. Okay. So what is a DDL? Say data definition language and data manipulation language. So what is data definition language? What is data manipulation language? I'll tell you. Data definition language means I have a structure. Let's say table. A table will have columns. I want to remove the columns, add the columns. All these are actually comes under DDL. These are all some commands. Say create. When I say create, I can create a database. I create a new table. I can create a new stored procedure. Alter, modify. I want to modify something. Modify what? I have already created a table. I want to alter the table where I have to remove a column, add one more column for the existing table. So these kind of things, if you want to do, I'll use alter. That is to modify. Drop. I don't want an object. I want to drop the database. I want to delete the table. I want to delete a column. Then I can use this drop. Drop is actually used for deleting the objects. This is DDL, that is data definition language. DML. DML is actually used for working on the content what we have inside the objects. That is table in our case. What is that? Say select. Suppose if you want to select the data in the existing table, there are some contents. I want to select the data. Then I'll be using this select. Insert. If you want to insert the data into the existing table, I want to insert a new data, then I'll be using this insert. Update. There are some data which I've already inserted. There are some data which is already available. I want to modify that data. I want to change some values, replace some values. Then I'll be using this update. There are some data I want to delete. I don't want. Then I'll be using this delete command. So what I'm actually telling you is, these are the major commands what we actually use in SQL. I'm not talking only about SQL Server. Commonly in SQL, we use these commands. Apart from this, there are so many other commands which we'll be using, but these commands are very important, the frequently used and much used commands. So I'll be teaching you one by one how actually you can use these commands. Okay, all right. Now we understood about DDL and DML. Under DDL, we have this create, alter, drop. DML, we have select, insert, update, and delete. So I'll tell you how actually you can use this. I'll give you step-by-step understanding of SQL. People who already know SQL, it's well and good. Suppose if you don't know, I'll start from scratch. Okay, right. So let's go to our SQL server. And first we'll see how we can create the database. Okay, for that, I have some notepad also with the syntax and everything is given. So here we can actually create by using command or by GUI, graphic user interface. Let me show you what it is. Say, when I actually want to create a database by using a command. Okay. How to start writing the command here? I don't have any screen here. Let's go to this new query. See, click on this new query or say Control N. I'll get one white screen which is similar to our notepad. So this is where I'll be writing my queries. Okay. All right. People who are actually raising hands, give me a few minutes. 1 minute. Okay, you have a blank screen. 1 minute. Can people see now? Yes. Okay. Right. So don't worry. So this is my SQL server, or what I'll do, let me close this. No, let's not close. I don't know whether again that will be visible. Okay. All right. So what I was telling, see, let me close this. So here I have this management studio. Here I have this new query. Let me click on this new query. I'll get a white space, which is similar to our notepad. Okay. This is where we'll be writing the queries. I'll show you both the ways how actually I can create the database. How actually you can write the queries and create database, or how we can actually use the GUI and create the database. First, we'll see how we can actually create it by GUI. See, go to this database. Here we have this database. Right click and say new database. Okay. Now let's say I'll type it as 5-day SQL. I just named it as 5-day SQL and I'll say okay. When I say okay, see, I got this database here. A database is created. I want to delete this. Right click and say delete. You can delete this. People, I'll tell you, when you are deleting, please be very careful. Why? Because see here, if you go and check, there are so many tables. There'll be so many stored procedures, some programs what we have written. So all this will be available. If you right click and say delete, gone. You will not get any of those tables, stored procedures, anything, whatever you have stored with the data, everything will go. So please make sure that you will delete only if you think it has to be deleted. Otherwise, please do not delete. Okay. All right. Then how will I actually create the database by using command? This is where we'll be writing the command. SQL commands are easy. Again, I'm telling you, SQL commands are really easy. Right. So how to do that? Say create database. This is the command. And I'll give the database name. Let me give the same name, 5-day SQL. Just see if it is. Select and click on execute. Oh, okay. It's not taking number in the beginning. Let me remove this. I'll make it as 5-day. Select commands completed successfully. Now here I will get the database name. When I'm actually creating something like this, it will not automatically come here. What I have to do is minimize this and then click on refresh. Now let's go here and click on this database. Let's see if it is there. Can you see that? We have that 5-day SQL. Okay, right. Now what if I want to delete this? Drop database, then 5-day. What was that? 5-day SQL. Same name you have to give. 5 days. 5-day SQL. Okay, it's here. Right. Let me select this and say execute. Commands completed successfully. That means the database is deleted. Now you can still see this, but what I'll do, again, I'll go here, say refresh. And let's come back and then I'll see that 5-day SQL database is deleted. So this is how we can actually start learning. I'll make it more easy for you to do all this other queries as well. Okay, right. So let me create the database and keep it so that we can use this database for importing the data or creating the table. Say execute. Right. So I have a database here which I've created, which says 5-day SQL. Now what we'll do, we'll try to create a table now. So we learned about, I'll do one thing. I'll copy whatever we have done so that I can share this with you. Okay, I'll share this notepad. First topic was create database. This is the command. We'll put a separator here. That will be more easy for you to understand. Put it here. Okay, and also we used drop database. This is to delete. Okay, once you delete, you'll not get again. So I deleted to show you, and again I created. Okay, now we created the database. Next is we'll see how to create table. Now, please, all of you concentrate. Create table. This is very important. If you want to store the data, I need to create the table. What I'll do, I'll go here. I will delete this. If you want, you can keep it. There is no worries, but clear it so that we'll have a plain notepad there. It will be easy for us to write the queries. Creating the table. We can create that by using GUI. Let's go to our database. I'll say refresh. And then let's go here. I have 5 days table, right click, and I'll say new table. Here I can create the table. One table will create by using GUI, and then I'll tell you how to create by using command. Let's say I'm creating one table for student details. I'll say std id data type. So what is data type? When you come to this command, then I'll tell you. As of now, I'll just take a default ones. Let's say allow nulls. I'll say okay. Student underscore name. Then student age. Age will take it as integer. I'll explain what these data types are. Let me come to the table using command. Right? I created just 4-column table. I will close this now. It will say save. I will save this. I'll name it as TBL underscore student details. Don't worry, I didn't explain anything here. I just created, that's all. If you go here, there is one table now, you can see, with all the columns here like this. But let me explain this in detail while writing, while using the commands. Okay. Table creation, many of them actually feel that in commands it is very difficult. I'll tell you what is the right way, the best way to write the commands. See here. What you do, say create table. We should give the table name. What I'll do, I'll give it as employee details. Right? Create table name. I have the syntax also here. Given the syntax here. Say create table name. Okay. And then what I'll do, I'll put one bracket, open bracket, close bracket. Why I do this is I'll not miss any parenthesis. This is very important. Create table name. Now I'll give the field name. So what is, I gave one tab so that it will be structured. Employee ID. This is the column name. When I say column name, that means the fields should have the names. Then here I'll say variable characters. If you think that the IDs are varying, you can use this varchar. As of now, I'll say number of characters, that is nchar. Let's take it as 10. And then I'll say comma. Or what you can also do is list down all the column names. Name, employee, age, EMP, mobile, EMP, address, EMP, salary. I'm just trying to put all the possible details and actually, sorry, date of birth. Okay. What else we can give? I think enough. One more thing I can give. Employee email. Just see this. I didn't give any data type. I'm just telling you how easily you can create the table. See, create a table name. Open bracket, close bracket. In the middle, what I did, I put all the names, the column names, the field names, so that I'll not miss anything. So I gave all the column names here. This is how actually I do. After that, what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll think employee ID. Employee ID is a combination of text and numbers. What I'll do, I'll say nchar. Nchar means it is the characters, where I can check the characters. Right? Go here, I'll say 10. Next, name, I'll say nchar, or if you want to give, you can give variable character, that is varchar. I'll take it as 100 because I want the name. I don't know how many characters the name will be. Age is actually number. In that we have integer, because integer means it's a whole number. Okay, if you want to go for decimal numbers, then I have float, decimal or something. But here, since it is whole number, I'm using int. Date of birth, it's date. Say, go here, I'll give it as date. Date is a data type. Mobile number, I'll use nchar and I'll use, say, 15, because there are sometimes there are mobile numbers where I'll be using this brackets as well. So there are some characters, so I'll use this nchar itself instead of number. Email ID, again, nchar, let's say, let's make it as 100. Address, again, nchar 100. Salary, again, let's take it as integer, or we can also use float, let's say integer. Okay. We just observe what I did, create table name. Then I listed all the column names, that is the field names. Then for that field name, I'm using this data type. What is data type? Data type is actually Okay. Actually, data type means the kind of data what we actually store. Okay. For example, employee ID has got combination of characters, which is alphabets and numbers. But if you see age, we use integer. Integer means it is whole number. Here, date of birth, I'm storing as date because it's a date format. Here, if I give as text, say nchar, what happens? People can enter any kind of data. So we are just trying to classify such a way that the data what we actually store is properly stored. If you see in data validation in Excel, we have something called as data validation, where we mention that in one particular column, if you want number, I'll specify it as number only. So likewise, here we are actually saying that whatever has to be stored, that has to be stored with that particular data only. Okay, right. So here we can specify things. Here salary, I told if you think that there are some decimal numbers, you can go for decimal numbers as well. Let's say we can use float or we can use decimal. There are so many things. Why I give this integer is thinking that it's a whole number. If you think there are some decimal numbers, you can go for float. See, now I created one table. This is the way what actually try to create the table. Let me copy this and put it in the notepad. Okay, see, very simple syntax actually. Now, here we can specify not null. What is not null? Not null. Null. What is this? Not null means I'm trying to specify saying that this cannot be null values. This cannot be a null. Say what happens sometimes while entering the data, people might miss the values here. So I can specify that these are called as constraints. Constraints means whether it is required or not. Apart from this, we also have something called as primary key that we'll discuss later. Okay, what is primary key? That means it should be a unique key. So when you come to this joins, I'll explain what is primary key and what is referential key. But as of now, what we'll do, we'll go here. I'll just leave it everything. I'll not give any constraint. Let's not go too much now only, so that it will be a little confusing for you. Okay. Right. Now I will select this and then say execute. This, oh, okay, employee details already existing. What we'll do, we'll go here. I'll use this use 5 and say go. I'll tell you what happened. Okay, there was an error here. It is saying this is already an object name. There is an object name employee details. Okay, I'll tell you why it is showing. For that, I use this one command. I'll say execute. Now I will select this and I'll say execute. Now it is successful. What happened? I'll tell you. The database which was active was one of these, database. So it was trying to save in any of one of the database here. The problem is here, I have so many database here created. So it is getting access to one of the database here where we have this employee tables. To give the access, to get the permission or say to activate the database, I gave this command use this database and say go, which will actually go and activate this particular database. Now what happened? There is no employee details table in this particular database. Now the command is getting executed. I can go and check this table. You can see that I have this employee details. Okay, that was the mistake actually. The database was actually something else. So I just activated this table, which we are actually now using it. Okay, right. So if you say this is my table now, I created one table, but we don't have any data here. Now, what we'll do, the next is we'll see how to import the data. Okay, the next thing will be how to import the data, and then we'll start writing the queries. Importing of the data. In Excel also, we have how to import the data. In SQL also, we have how to import the data. Why do we import the data? We import the data because we need to write queries on that to study the data, slice the data. Let me go here. What I'll do, I'll try to get some data here. I have one data set, that is this Excel. If you go here and check, I have one huge data here. I need to get this into my SQL. Okay, this table. How to get this? It's a very simple task. Let me go to this start button, scroll down. Here I have this Microsoft SQL server. Then we have this import and export data. Okay, I will select this. When I select this, select the C. It is asking for import and export wizard. Say next. It asks for data source. So what is data source? Source and destination. Keep in mind. Source is from where we're actually getting the data. Now here I'll select and I'll go and select this MS Excel because I'm getting the data from MS Excel. If you think it is from any of the other sources, please go and select your source. Suppose if you're getting the data from CSV files or say text files, use this flat file source. Let's scroll down and here we have Microsoft Excel and I will browse and select the data. So where is the path? Give the path. How to give? I'll just go here and I will copy the path, paste it, say open. Select that Excel file, say open, and then say next. It asks for the destination now. Where should I actually save the data? Just scroll down. Here we have the native client. Here the native client because my system itself is my client now. This is the client and this is the server. So what I'll do, I'll select this native client and here it asks on which database I need to store. So I'll go here and I'll select this 5-day SQL. This is what my database is. Say next. And then it asks copy data from one or more tables. So next, I want only this table as of now. That is enough for me. I will say next. And then run immediately. Yes. Say finish. If you see, I'm getting the data here. All the data will be transferred. Says success 9,994 records have been successfully transferred. Close it. Now let's go to this database. Here, let me refresh once. And then if you go to this database, 5-day tables, see, this is where I have the table. Okay, so this is how actually we can import the data from any data source. Go and check which data source you are trying to import the data, connect it, and then get the data. Okay, right. All right. So there are some questions actually. Let me quickly answer them. Okay. We can import it from here only, but there are some bugs which actually give errors. So here, if you go, you can actually right click and say new, there is not here. Task, here we have this import export. For some reason, this might give errors for some of the softwares installed. For me, it is throwing error. So I have an external import export option, which is SQL Server itself when we install. Okay, in Management Studio, sometimes it might throw error. If it is throwing error, please use this SQL Server. So I have two things. One is SQL Server, other one is Management Studio. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to this server and then I'll take this import and export. Right, now let me clear this. I'm deleting everything. Now people, all of you, please make a note. We'll go one by one, step by step, how we can start working on SQL commands. Okay, right. So I have the syntax here. You can use this. Okay, the same thing I'll be working and showing you all this. And here we have all the query syntax here. Okay, so this I will use this notepad and tell you one by one. Let's go to this. Right. First command, the DML, the data manipulation language. I need to select the data. So let's assume that I have a table orders. You should know the table here. It says orders. I want to select. I want to get all the data from orders. So what I'll do, I'll say select. Select is the command which is actually used to select the data from the database. I will use something called a star. What is star? Star is nothing but a wild card, which actually gives me all the columns in the table, what I select from orders. Select the star from orders, right? Orders. It's not case sensitivity. You can still give. Say select star from orders. Let me select and then I'll say execute. See, I'm getting all the 9,994 records with all the columns. This is how you can start your queries. Select star from orders. So the next query. The next requirement is I want very few columns. I don't want all the columns. Now what I'll do, select. And then I'll start giving the column names from orders. Start. Okay, select. Now I'll select the columns. What are all the columns I need? I want order date. Order date. Now you see the column name here says order space date. Whenever you have a space in the column, put one square bracket like this. Some people, what they do is they'll use the square bracket for all the other columns as well. Yes, you can do that as well. Comma, enter. Next, I need customer name. Here I have the customer name. I want region. So in this case, I didn't give the square bracket. This is also valid. Or I can put the square bracket. That is also valid. Right? Okay. Next, what I need state. Then let's see what other columns we have. We have date, customer name, region, state, and then we'll take one number column as well. Sales. Okay. If you see this, select star. Star is nothing but all the columns from the table name. This is the syntax. Next, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to filter the columns. Is select the columns from table name. Now I will select this and I'll say execute. You can see I'm getting only those columns which I mentioned here. Out of all the columns, I think there are some 26 to 27 columns, out of which I select only few columns here. Like this. Step by step, I'm going. First, I selected all the columns. Now I filter the columns. The next step is how to same query. We'll try to filter the data. So what is that I'm trying to do? I'm trying to filter the region now. When I say filter, we are using a clause called as where. Where clause. What is where? Where is nothing but we're trying to filter the data. See, select is a command to select the data. I'm giving the column names from the table where I'll mention region equals, and then I will mention east. Now let me select this and then I'll execute this. See, I'm getting data only east. People, I'm writing this query. Okay, this is a query where I'm writing. Nothing will happen to the data in the table. We're just trying to write the query and extract the data. Okay, so don't get confused whether the data is gone, deleted or something. Nothing will happen to the data. Data is available. Okay, only thing is we are just trying to filter the data. What if I want to get the data from west? Change this, select this, execute it. See, I'll get this west. What if I want to get east and west both? So this is only for west. What if I want east and west both? Then what I'll do, I'll go here, region equals west. And operator, region equals west. Sorry, here we'll say or, not and, because I want both. And east. Select, execute. See, west, east. Let's take the same thing. I'll again take it. This time, let's say I'll take state. Okay, let's say state equals, let me put it as California. And the state equals, let's see one more, New York. And state equals New York. Let me take one more, Delaware. If you want to take one more, I'll say or, state equals. Now let me go here, select this and execute. You can see I'll get only these three states, California, Delaware, and New York. But people, if you want to get one more, okay, let me copy this query and I'll put it here. I just observe, if you want one more, I'll use or operator again. People, if you keep on adding like this, the query will become very big. What should I do? There is one more alternative for this. What is that? Go here. You go here and select instead of this or operator, I'll use this in operator. Select state in open bracket. Now instead of having multiple ors here, comma, paste, comma, let's delete this. See, I can use like this as in operator when I have multiple values to be filtered. Let's say execute. See, I'm getting the same result here. But suppose if you think that I want to add one more state, okay, so I'm not sure. Let me take one more state. What state will take? We'll take this Arizona. Okay. All right. Now it is so easy. what I can do, I'll go here, see, comma, paste it. Single quote. Don't put double quote, put single quote. Now I'll select. If I execute, see, I'll get California, Arizona, New York, and Delaware. So likewise, when I'm actually trying to use this where clause, I can start using this in operator if there are multiple values to be filtered. If it is only one value, then I can use like this. In this case, I've used region equals west. Then I try to use more than two. Say more than one here. Here also I can use in operator and say west, comma, east. Here I used more than two here. Then we saw how to filter the data if there is multiple values in operator. Right. Now, what we saw was to filter the text. What if I want to filter the numbers? Okay. For numbers, we actually use operators. What are operators? Equals, greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to. Let me copy the same query. People, all these queries, whatever we are doing, I'll copy this to Notepad and I'll share it with you. Okay. All right. Sales. Where sales is greater than 5,000. See here, where sales is greater than 5,000. Let me select this, execute. Here you can see all the values which are greater than 5,000 will be filtered. Suppose I want, let me add here. Suppose I want the values between 1,000 to 3,000. Then I'll say sales is greater than or equals to 1,000. This case, I'll use OR operator. Or sales is less than or equals to 3,000. Okay, let me select this. I will execute this. See, all the values between 1,000, sorry, how much I gave? Sorry, people, very sorry, it should be AND operator. This one. Okay. See, 1,000 to 3,000. If you just scroll down, I have 405 records. You can see that here I have 405 records. That is between 1,000 and 3,000. But people, let me go here with this. Instead of using this AND operator, I can also use between operator like this. 1,000 and 3 like this. This is also right. This is also right. Both the ways you can actually use. Let me select this, execute it. See, again, I'm getting 405 records. Right. Next, we'll see how we can actually filter date columns. So we saw how to filter text, how to filter numbers. If you think you want to add more operators here, say less than, greater, anything you can use and you can filter the data. Next is the date column. Okay, here I have this order date. Let's take the order date. I just copy this and then I'll put it here. Order date. Operators are same as numbers, exactly same as numbers. I'll say order date greater than, say 1st Jan 2018. Any value greater than or equals to 2018 will be filtered. Now let me select this, execute this. See, all the values greater than January 1st, greater than or equals to January 1st, 2018 will be filtered here. There are 3,312 records. Same thing, we can use here between as well. So here, I'll say order date greater than or equals to 1st Jan 2018 and order date less than or equals to, let me make it as 31st Jan 2018. As of now, when we filtered greater than 1st Jan 2018, it was 3,312 records. Now let's see if I filter only for this month, execute. See, I have 155 records. And if you go and check the data here, I have only 1 month data. The same thing we can use between. Let's go here and say between 1st Jan 2018 and so this way also I can use the commands like this. See, I'll get 155 records, same thing. So here either you can use this way or this way. So this way is better actually because it is easy between a date and this one. Otherwise I have to mention order date greater than, again order date less than. Okay, let me copy this queries so that you can practice it. Okay, let me copy this. Next is we'll see how to sort the data. Okay, now I'll put one separator for a people and then let's say it's okay. Sorting. What is sorting? Yesterday in our Excel class also we saw what is sorting. Sorting means we are trying to arrange the data. Okay, so before that, people, I have one announcement. People who wants to actually learn data analytics, so I have something for you. Okay, people who have come yesterday, there are some people who actually purchased and we actually had few offers for you. Okay, people who have come today, newly joined people, we have something called as mega bundle. I'll teach you people. I'll just take 10 minutes. Okay, so we have a package called as mega bundle, which is the essential skills for data science, data analytics, and business analytics. Okay, so here, if you think you want to register, you can go and register. I'll show you what actually it is. Let me just check where it is. Yeah, so this is the package what I was actually talking about. It is actually 90,000, but we are giving an offer of 9,999 rupees. Okay, so what all you get in this? So here we have the courses. Let me just tell you. We have 27 courses. 2 new courses have been added with the advanced high-end automations and one more course. So we have Excel for professionals, that is high-end Excel, Power BI, Python programming, Tableau, SQL Server, what you're actually learning now. Then we have SQL using MS Access, VBA Pro Plus, macros, dashboard designing, anything required for data analytics and reporting. Okay, is available here. Along with that, we have interview questions for all the softwares, but there are few softwares which is missing for Python and a few other softwares. We are actually preparing that. That will be shortly, within 15 days, we'll be adding some more interview questions, career counseling concepts as well. People who actually register for this, it's like lifetime, only once you'll have to pay. The courses will be keep getting updated here. The courses will be keep getting added here. Okay, so here you have all the courses. You can go and you can preview as well. So here we have a lot of things. And as I told you, yesterday also I mentioned that this is the only place, okay, where you get interview questions, career counseling, the course, the materials, the projects, everything in one place. Okay, I know there are many other apps you'll get the courses, you'll get interview questions separately, but this is the only place where you get all this in one single place. Okay, so as I mentioned, the actual cost is 90,000 and now the offer price is 9,999 rupees. Okay, but again, there are some people already purchased. We have the students price. This is because you guys are actually learning this data analytics. So we are giving that entire package for 4,999 rupees. all the students. Okay, it is very much from basics, from scratch. Whoever wants to become data analytics, everything is available here. And this entire package, whatever is there, is actually recorded by myself, okay, and Shri Vidya. Okay, so we both are actually professionals. Almost 16 years we have worked, and then we have put this efforts to put all the contents into one place. Apart from this, you'll get the bonus as well. You can, you know, um, I'll send you the link. Suma, you can send the link actually. Okay, so I will send you this link. Suma, you can send the link. So this is the link. If you want to purchase, see here, you can go and go through all these benefits, whatever is there. We have a lot of things to download. We have 300 plus downloadable books. Okay, it's completely free. 300 plus ebooks with materials to practice. Okay, and also people who are actually looking for a job, we have these resumes templates as well. There are so many templates. You don't have to go to various websites and keep searching. You can go and you can download all this completely. Apart from that, people are asking for projects, data sets and all. Don't worry, you don't have to go and keep searching for data sets. Everything is available here. We have downloaded. There are 300 plus various different data sets for CSV files, Excel files, and also we have some templates, editable templates, which you can download and you can use it for yourself. Okay, this is completely free with this package. Okay, so if anybody is interested, please take. This is really a very good opportunity for people who wants to become data analyst. And you can also contact us if you have any questions regarding this particular package. Okay, right. All right. Now let's get back to the class. So here I was talking about, let me minimize all this so that will not be disturbed. Let's go to this. Okay. All right. Now let's see how we can actually sort the data. What is sorting? Sorting means arranging of the data. Let me go with a huge data and then we'll come back with filtering data. Okay. Let me take this select star from orders. I'll try to sort the data. Go here. Okay. There is a query here. Select star from orders. I will execute this. See the data, what you see here, it's huge. It is not sorted. Now let me sort this. On which column I'll sort? Let me sort this by customer name. So what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll use the clause order by, and then order by, I'll say customer name. Okay, you have this customer name. Let me select this, execute. You can see it is sorted by customer name. How? Ascending order. By default, this will be sorted as ascending order. What if I want to sort this descending order? I'll use DESC. Just use DESC, select this, execute this. See, this sorted descending order. What if I want to specify this ascending order? I'll say ASC. Select, execute. See, either I can use ASC or I can use DESC. Can I do this with the filtered data? Yes, you can do with filtered data as well. Let me take one more query. Let's say this. Okay. This query. I will go and I will paste it here. And now, after this where clause, I'll say order by. Let's take it order by sales and we'll say DES, descending order. I'm filtering region and then I'm trying to make it descending order. Select, say execute. See, the sales is in descending order and it is filtered by best. So likewise, I can use this order by clause to order the data what we filter. Okay, so this is for sorting. Let me copy this. Let's put it in the notepad. Sorting data. Let's put one separator. Next is functions, aggregate functions, grouping, group by. In Excel, we have something called as group by. We create a pivot table, we drag and drop some columns that will get grouped. And suppose if you think that I want to aggregate something, I'll aggregate the data. Similarly, we can do aggregation and grouping in SQL as well. Let me show you how to do that in a very simple way. Okay. Right. So here, first thing is, let's go here and say, I'll just select only one column. Just observe, I'll say, select a region from orders. I will select this query, run this, see. I'm getting this region, but I'm getting multiple values. That is every values in that table I'm getting here. I don't want like this. I want unique values. Let's take something here and I'll say group by. And let me mention region. Group by region, select this, execute, see. All the common values are grouped. Now, let me copy this. I'll take one more column, that is sales. I want to get the total sum for all the regions. I'll go here and I'll say, okay, comma, and I'll say sales. Now I'll run this, you just see what happens. It will throw error. Because when I'm actually using this group by, all the columns what I select here should also be grouped. So if I take this sales and put it here, this will get grouped, but by these two columns. See, like this. These two common values will be grouped, but this is not what I want. This column, the number column, should be aggregated, not grouped. Grouping means the common values will be grouped into one single, say, record or values. Aggregate means it will calculate. Now, what I'll do, I'll remove this sales from here. And I'll apply function called as sum. This is aggregate function. Summing all the values depending on the regions. This is a function and this is not a column of the table. So I'll give a column for the table. I'll say as total sales. As this is called as alias name, means alternative name. Now you say I'll select this, execute, see, I'll get the total sales here. What if I want to add one more column? Let's say I want category as well. Go here and I'll say category. Now, if I select this and run, I'll get error. I told you, whatever columns you add in select section, that should be there in the group by section as well. I'll copy this, comma, and I'll put it here. Now you just see, I'll select this. And then I'll say execute. See? The combination of these two will be available here. Region, category, they are combined. Now they are becoming unique, and then I'm getting the results here. Okay, right. So this is about grouping. So what are the other functions we have? We have this sum, average. So let me show you. See here we have this aggregate functions. See, we have this sum, then we have this average, minimum, maximum, and count. Same thing in Excel, what we have. That's why I told you, if you master Excel, people, I'll tell you, rest all will be really very easy. Let's try some more. Let's go here. Say at least one average we'll try. Go here, I'll say AVG. Say average sales. Select, execute. See, this is average. Right? Okay. The aggregate functions are sum, average, minimum, maximum, and count. But apart from these, there are other functions as well. Like in Excel, what we have text functions, we have date functions, we have number functions. Similarly, we have text functions, number functions, date functions. Let's work on few of them. Okay. Say number functions. I have something called as abs, ceiling. All this we have in Excel as well. See, floor, power, rand for getting random numbers, round, sine, square root. All these are number functions. Let's work on this quickly. How to work on this in the queries, how to use this, let me tell you. Okay, before that, we'll copy this, which I'll be sharing it with you. Okay. This is that here. Let me mention as group. And then this. Okay. All right. Next. Number functions. See. Select. Say state, comma, profit from orders. Select state, profit from orders. Select this, execute. Here you can see I'll get the results. But there are some places where we have negative numbers. I want the negative numbers to get converted to positive numbers. So if you see there are some negative numbers, if you want to see them, what I'll do, go here and say order by. What is order by? That is for sorting the data. I'll say order by profit. Let me select this and execute. You can see all the negative numbers will come on top. See all the negative numbers. I want all these negative numbers to get converted to positive numbers. What we'll do, go here, we'll apply abs on profit. Now we'll give a name, column name for this as profit positive. Select, execute. If you see this, see, here I have negative number, which is there in the database. This will become positive number. So if you go and check, all the negative numbers will be positive number. All right. Next, we have let's paste it. Okay. We have decimal numbers. I want to round. Yes, abs is an absolute which will convert negative to positive number. Right? Okay. Now here, let's say I want to round. I'll put function called as round function. Okay. So here I have this profit. It lasts for how many digits? I'll say 2 digits. Now I will say profit R. Say R. Let me select. See, the value here, you can see it is getting rounded off to 2 decimals, this one. So likewise, we have more other functions, sorry, not this, number functions. This is for decimal numbers. Now suppose if you think I want to round off to the whole numbers, to the highest value or the lowest value, I have the ceiling and floor. So let's go here. We can use the same commands, select, and then I'll say ceiling, C-E-I-L-I-N-G. Okay. Please be very careful with the spelling, otherwise it'll throw error. Okay. Ceiling of select, execute. See what it will do. Here you can see it is getting round off to the highest value. Here like this, say for example, let's go here and check. Say 15.599 will become 16. Now we have something called as floor. Let's go here. Same thing, but it will go to the lower value. That is, floor is nothing but floor is a function which will actually round any decimal number to integer. Okay, the whole number. See, let's check that 15.99 something was there. Yeah, yeah. You can say 15 point something. So this one, it is actually becoming 15 only. If it is ceiling, that means it is rounding off to the highest value. But if it is say floor, it is coming to the lower value. Okay. All right. Likewise, we have other functions. So you can just try that. I'll be sharing this with you. Say round sign. Sign is for checking whether it is positive, negative, or zero values. Let me close this. Similarly, I have okay, people, I think let's take a quick break and come back. It's like continuously people sitting. Can we take a break? Yeah, we'll take 10 minutes break. It's 12:26, 12:40 sharp. I will start. Let's take 10 minutes break and come back. Okay. So we stopped with the number functions. Now we have something called as string functions. So what is string? Let me tell you. String means text, alphabets. Let me open this and show you the kind of functions what we have. These are exactly like what we have in Excel. Now, if you see, I have this upper, lower, concat, okay, concat with separators. Then we have this left, right, mid. We don't have mid actually, but we have substring which acts something like mid. Then len, rtrim. This we don't have in Excel, but we have trim. But here we have this ltrim, rtrim, replace, stuff. Stuff is exactly like what we have substitute in Excel. Then replicate. Replicate is equivalent to repeat function in Excel. Reverse, space, translate. So all these functions are the text functions, or we call it as string functions in SQL. Let's work on few, because for me, I want to show you about the joins as well. Okay, that is very important. So let's go here. I'll say upper. Let's go to this SQL. And here, let me select, say, select, we'll take customer from orders. Select, execute. I'm getting this customer name here. I want to convert this into uppercase or lowercase. Let me add the function here. Okay, how? Let me copy this name, then I'll say upper of customer name. Sorry, should be parenthesis. Upper of customer name. Let's say we'll take lower as well. Let's go here. I'll say lower of customer. Select, execute. See here, if you see, I have this, the original data in the database. I have uppercase and lowercase. If you very closely look into it, no column name, no column name. That is because I didn't mention the column name here. But if you see here, I've given as, and then I give one name that is called as alias name. If you don't have the name, then it will give me no column name. I'll say as you custom name. Same thing, I'll go here, copy this, I'll paste it here. I'll say L custom name. Now you see, if I execute this, you'll get the headers. So you can give this alias name here. Similarly, there are so many functions. Concat. What is concat? We have this concat in Excel as well. Concat means concatenation, combining. Let's work on this. I will take, say, select. I will select region, then say state, from orders. See, I want to combine these two. So what I'll do, comma, say, concat, region, state, close bracket. I've used concat, region, comma, state. Invalid column. If you see this, the two names, that is region and state, has been combined here. What if I want to get a separator here? In this case, what I have to do, I'll go here, I'll put one separator like this. Come. Now, if I execute this, I'll get one separator here, see? But what if I take city as well? Let's say I want to add city as well. So what happens? Here I'll say comma, again hyphen, then again comma, say sit. Select and then say execute. See, this is concat. But what I'll do, I'll go here, comma. I have something called as concat underscore WS. WS is nothing but with separator. Let me copy this. Same thing we'll do here. But what I'll do here, we need to specify the separator. So what is separator? Separator is nothing but whether it is a comma, what is the character I'm using for separating the data. I'll go here first. I have to specify. Let's say in this case, I'll specify it as hyphen, comma. So I don't have to give anything here. Say region, state, and city like this. That's all. See, now when I run this, I'm getting the same results. Now suppose if you want to change this to comma separator, just change this to comma. Select, say execute. See, this will become comma. But if you want to do the same thing here, I have to go and change for all the separators I've used. So you can use either concat or concat underscore WS, that is with the separator. But I always go with separator whenever I feel that there are more number of columns to be added like this, that is concatenated. Right, left, right, and mid. Suppose if you want to extract the data, let's say go here. Select, let's take order ID. Brackets. From orders. Okay, I have this order ID. I want to extract first 2 characters, last 6 characters, and middle 4 characters. So what I'll do, comma, left off. Then I can use right off. Then substring. Okay. What I'll do, I'll take this order ID, left off order ID, comma. The next right off order ID, comma 6. Substring means getting the data from somewhere in the middle, like what we have this mid formula. Say order ID, comma, starting number, the 1, 2, 3, 4. From 4th position, I want 4 characters. Let me select and then execute. See, I'm getting this separated. Here you can see no column name, no column name, no column name. If you think you want to add the column names, you can go here. You can mention it as left, say order. Then I'll say as right order. Say mid order. Run this. See, I'm getting the column names. So likewise, I have many functions here. I'll be sharing this with you. You can try to work on this. Okay. Right. So we understood about some of the functions. Let me copy this and I'll put it here. Functions. Okay. So all this query. So every queries I'm just posting it here, so that you guys can use it for practice. Right. The next topic will work on joins. This is a very important chapter. Most of the people actually feel that this is very complex, difficult. I told you people, nothing is difficult, nothing is complex. Only things you should understand it properly. Let me tell you what are joins. Joins are nothing but connecting more than one table. Okay, connecting more than one table. Let me go here and show you, see in which database I have. I have one table here. I can import it, but it will take some time. So what I'll do, I just try to take join table 1, join table 2, which is this. Okay. Well, I'm just using another database now. Okay. Use. I could have actually taken the data, imported the data, but again, it will take time. So let's not waste time again in importing the same data, which we already have the data. Okay. See here. Let me first show you the table and then I'll come back to this joins. Select star from join table 1. Select star from join table 2. Okay, there are two tables. Let me execute and I'll show you. See, here I have table 1. Okay, this is table 1 where I have the data order ID, segment, ship mode, and sales. Similarly, I have one more table, order ID, region, category, subcategory, and quantity. Just observe, these two tables has got different columns, but there is one common column, that is order ID. You can see order ID here, and you can see order ID here. But let's understand the data, how actually we can connect each other. I have the common IDs, say 001 up to 025. Same thing, if you go here and check in the second table, I have 001 up to 105, that is 015. After that, 101 up to 110. So what does that mean? We have 25 records in each table, out of which 15 records are matching. 10 records from each table are not matching. So in this table, we have 25 records each. 15 records are actually matching. 10 records are not matching in each table. I want to get the data of this region, category, subcategory into this table. Or let's try to connect this table. But to connect, there is one column, that is order ID. How to connect? See, it's very simple. Join means connecting or creating relationship. This is why it is called as a relational database management system, because we can connect the data. Connect more than one table using a column, or say common column, with matching IDs. All right, so different type of joins what we have. First is inner join. Second is outer join. Then left join. Then right join. See, inner join, outer join, left join, and right join. It is very easy to remember actually. Now let's work on this. Usually we call it as inner join because we get the records only with the matching IDs. Let's work on this, how to create joins. See, joins are very easy. Only things you should understand properly. How to write the join queries. I'll tell you how simple it is to write join queries. First, what we'll do is select which all columns you need. You just try to type it. Let's say in table 1, let me run this and take the column names, because we'll not know the column names. Let's go here. So select order ID. Okay. Comma. Segment. Comma. Ship mode. Comma. Sales. So I have all these columns: order ID, segment, ship mode, and sales. But the problem here is there are two tables where we are trying to pull the data. Order ID from this table, order ID from this table. So when I'm actually trying to extract the data, select the data from more than one table, then what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll mention the table name as well. Say join table 1 dot order, right? Right? Okay. So why I'm telling is it will be easy for us to know from which table we are extracting the data. Same thing let's do for all the other things. Join table 1 dot say second, comma. Join table 1 dot ship mode, comma. Join table 1 dot sales. I've taken all the columns. I could have used star also, but why I'm actually using this is to make you guys understand how we can actually take the columns. I'll say from join table 1. But my intention is to take the data from table 2 as well. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll try to take the table from table 2 as well. So join table 2 dot. I'll not take this order ID, I'll directly take this category because already we have the order ID from table 1. Join table 2 dot region. Join table 2 dot subcategory, and then join table 2 dot say quantity. Exactly like what we select the columns from single table, like that I just took it from the multiple table. But again I'm telling, make sure that you will mention the table name as well. Done. But how to mention this table 2? Because I mentioned from table 1, that is fine. But for table 2 also we have to mention. What should we do? Say from join table, and then we have to mention the join. Inner join. What is that join? Inner join. On which table? Join table 2. Say from table 1. So this will be my left table, the first table, and then we're actually trying to connect this with the table 2 by using inner join. But how are they actually joined? On which column? On join table 1 dot order ID equals join table 2 dot order ID, like this. That's all. I selected all the columns from left table, that is first table, inner join with the second table, that is right table, on which column? Order ID column. Now if I select and say execute, see, I will get 15 records. That is 001 to 015. Only matching records. Right. Now, how will I change the join? Copy this, paste it. I'll say left join. That's all. I just mentioned left join. For me, the left table is this. When I say left table, all the records from left table, that is, I have 25 records from left table. I will select this and say execute. Now, if you go and check, I'll get 25 records. But what happens to the records which are not matching? I'll get null values. 015 is what, up to 015 is what the records are matching. Rest all are not matching. It is giving me null values. All right, let me copy this. Here I'll say right join. Right join is this one now, this table. I'll get all the records from this table. Select this, execute this. See, I'll get all the records from right table, but the records which are not matching from right table, in the left table, I'll get null records. We have something called as full outer join. Let's see what it is. Let's go here. Copy this. Paste it. I'll say full outer join. What is full outer join? Now this will be like, I'll get all the records. 25 records from table 1, 25 records from table 2, but 15 records are matching, 10 records each are not matching. So what happens? Here I'll get 15 records, a complete record like this, up to 15, you can see that. And after that, I'll get null for unmatched records from each table like this. So depending on your requirement, I can either use inner join, which is a very common join, left join, where I can take all the records from left table and common records from right table, right join, all the records from right table, then common records from left table. Full outer join, I'll get all the records, but only the matching records will have the full records. Otherwise, if it is unmatched records, then I'll get null values in each table. Okay, so this is join. Joins are very simple actually. You should just understand how I'll be connecting. The tip I'll tell you, whenever you're trying to join a table with another table, go and check if there are any columns which I can actually manage to connect. There are any IDs which are actually equivalent. Usually we connect the tables by using unique IDs, which we call it as primary key or referential. Okay, so this is about the joins. Let me copy this query. This table I have not posted. This table I'll give you. Okay, this also will be updated. I'll update this query and those two tables. Right. Next, we have something called as union, which is nothing but like appending data one below the other. Let me delete. Union means adding the data one below the other, but for this we need to have the data exactly the same structure. Let me show you. Select star from append table 1. Select star from append table 2. Star from append table 3. Okay. Now if I execute this, see the data. If you see the data here for all three tables, see all the three tables, what you see here, all are same. How many records are there? Here I have, say, 20 records. Then in this table, I have some 20 records. Here I have 25 records. Okay. First, we have 20 records. Second, we have how many? 15 records. And the third one, we have 25 records. How to actually union, how to combine them? See, it's very simple. I have these queries. Copy this query. See how simple it is to union. Join is column to column. Append means I'm just trying to append the data, that is union the data. Say union. Here I'll say union. That's what. See, I've taken the query. Now mentioning union. Select this. Say execute. That's see. So all the three tables are now in one single table. So likewise, I can use this union queries. All right. So let me copy this union. We also have something called as union all. Let me put that also so that you guys can practice it. I'll tell you the difference between union and union all as well. Now I have 60 records. Select this, execute. Still, I'll have the 60 records only. What happens? I'll tell you. Union will remove all the duplicate values. But union all will take all the records and then combine. Whenever I'm actually trying to union, what it will do is it will remove all the duplicate values and then it will append the data. But union all, that means I'm trying to union all the values. Right. Let me copy this and we'll update in the notepad. Union and union. Okay. Right. Next, how to insert the data. How to update the data, and then how to delete the records. Let's go back to our database. There we had one table. Let me execute this. Okay, done. Now, if you go to the table, let's see, here I have this one table, employee details. In this employee details, I have the columns, say employee ID, age, things like that. I want to add some data for this. There is no data. If you go here and select, say, select star from EMP underscore details. And if I execute this, see, no records are there. I need to insert some records for this. Let me tell you how to insert the records. The query is very easy. Insert into table name. The syntax, insert into EMP details. Okay. Insert into table name and says values. Open bracket, close. Insert into employee underscore details, which is the table name, values. Now I need to enter the values. You can see I have all the columns here. So what I'll do, I will start adding employee ID, say ITAS 001. Employee ID, comma. Employee name, iTech Analytics, comma. Employee age, let's say 35, comma. The next, date of birth, put in single quote. The date should be in single quote. Say 1st Jan, say 1990, comma. Next, mobile number. Since we are given it as text, comma. Email, say hitech@gmail.com. Every values we need to mention. The next, what is that? Address. We'll say Bangalore. Salary, let's say 25. You just observe, I entered all the values here. Select and say execute. See, one row got affected. Now let me go here, select this, execute. See, one record got inserted. So likewise, we can use this insert into table name and mention values, and then we can have the values here. There are a lot of syntax here which I've mentioned. You can go and you can check that. See, here I have this insert. Okay, I've given all the syntax here. You can learn from that. Okay, all right. Next one is how to update. Okay, let's go ahead and see how to update the data. Select star from orders. Let me check the data because I need to update the data. Let's go here. Let's say here I have this country, or we'll take state. Okay, there are a lot of data there. Where is state? Okay, state. I have this California. I just want to change this to CL. And what I'll do, go here, update, and say, which is that? Update table. Table is what? Orders. Update orders. Set. What is the column name? State equals California. Okay. Now, if I run this, say, I want this to be CL. Now, if I run this, what happens? Is that if I run that command, the entire column will get updated. Okay, so there are so many queries actually. Okay, if I update the entire data will get updated. But we need to have one where condition. Why? Because if I run this query, what happens is the entire state column will become CL. So for that, what I'll do, I'll say where state equals California. Now let me select this and say execute. See, 2001 records got affected. Right? Now if I go here and select execute and check, see, wherever it was California, it becomes CL. Like, what if I want to delete the records? Okay, go here and say delete from orders. Be very careful while using this delete, because if I run this now, the entire table will get cleared. So for that, what I'll do, I'll say where state equals CL. Now you see, I will select this and I'll execute this. 2001 records got affected. That means it got deleted. If you go and search, see, I'll not have that California, which got changed to CL, and now I deleted it. You'll not get that data. So likewise, I can use this insert, update, and delete queries as well. Let me put this here. Insert, update, delete. Okay. All right. So people, there are hundreds of queries like this. If you people are really interested to learn this, I know the number of hours what we actually do in webinars will be very less. As I promised, this SQL server, the entire course will be completely free for you for today. As I mentioned here, okay, people who are actually giving the best comments and reviews on app and Google, again, make a note of this number. So first 10 candidates, I will be giving the SQL server access completely free. I am not commercially talking. It will be completely free for those who actually give the reviews in the app and in Google. When I say app, I want not for any other courses. For this 5 days training, whatever is there, I want the reviews here. Okay. People, I actually missed yesterday. If anybody has given the comment yesterday, it should be a best comment. Okay. It should be best comment. It's not that I've seen people giving only stars, selecting the stars, not like that. You want something very good comments, best comments. So for them, even for Excel also will give, you can see that Excel has got wide range of contents here. Okay. This will be completely free. So people who wants to get this, please comment, encourage us. Okay. This is to encourage us. And because you're encouraging us, I'm just trying to give some gifts for them. All right. So let me, give me a minute. I'll just enable that. Yeah. Okay. So you people can message as well now. I have enabled the message. So people, what I'm telling is, so suppose if you think you want to get this free access, you can give the comments in the app and Google and send the screenshots to the number mentioned here with your name. Okay. And next, I also mentioned about the mega bundle. Anybody wants to still, purchase. This is completely a package of all the courses required for data science, data analytics, and business analytics. Okay. Each and every videos, the materials, the projects, whatever you see here is prepared by myself and Srividya. Okay. So all our efforts, whatever we have done, what experience we have, everything is added here. And all these interview questions, these are from multiple sources. Actually, these are some of them which we have prepared, some of them which we have taken from some companies, and some of them are from net. All these are collated, and each one has got more than 500 questions, which will help you in learning and getting prepared for the job as well. Okay, so this actually we planned for some first 100 registrations. So there are few already who, they've already purchased. I'm not sure how many still left. I have to count because I couldn't check that. There are some people who have purchased. So if you think that you want to purchase, so do it quickly so that the numbers, the 100 registrations, if it is done, then again, because we have some budget. So within that budget only, we actually should give the offers. Okay, so I cannot increase this. So already some people have purchased. So you just see whoever wants to purchase, you can have this promo code. Okay, you can use this promo code MBS 2023. I'll just put this code in the chat box. You guys think, okay, take this is the promo code. Okay. Charan, we don't have much time. Okay. So I mentioned Charan and others. Okay. I'm very sorry. I'm running out of time because I also have one more training. Okay. At 2 o'clock, I should be prepared for that also. So don't worry about the complete detailed explanation. As I mentioned, people, we are not promising you just like that. Okay. See all these here, you can see complete in-depth training is there. We are what just asking you, put some comments in our training, whatever we have, and the Google. Okay. I'll send you that link. Let me send you the link. Here we have this Google. Okay. Just post there. For sure, you will get. Say this is the link. Just give the Google review. I want both. Okay. Not that you'll just give only course or this one. Put reviews in both. Send the screenshot to this number. And anybody wants to connect with me in LinkedIn, please use this link. Okay. And anybody wants to purchase this mega bundle, please use this. Okay. Videos, people, as promised, you will get only on Friday evening or Saturday morning, all the 5 videos. Because of that, we are actually recording it. Okay. All right. So before I end this session, how was the session today? I know it was fast, but how was the session, people? All of you? Take some time at least, because we actually take a lot of time. I want you guys to encourage us. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I know within this 2.5 hours, I cannot give complete knowledge, but I've tried my level best to give you the knowledge what possible. Okay. Same thing, please put that in Google review and the app also. Very good. People, one more question I want to ask. Please be very frank. I know most of you would have attended so many other webinars also. Are you finding any difference between the other webinars and this webinars? Did you understood my question? I know many of you have attended a lot of webinars. So do you feel that there is some difference between the other webinars and this webinars? Lot of difference. Thanks, Kiran. Feel you are generous in sharing information. Thank you, Manjunath, Anand, Sneha. Thank you so much, Anand, Varun, Surya, Yashas. See, okay, I think many of them actually purchased yesterday. So people before that 100 numbers get over, try to purchase it. Guna is better than others, sir. Chaturya, thank you. Sahitya, your name is very nice actually. Sahitya, teaching way is very nice. Okay, the live class helps me to gain some valuable knowledge. Yes, Maithili, lot of difference is there. Tell it's live, but it's recording session, but looks like live. Okay. Okay. Good. So thank you so much, people. You are very patient, sir. As a trainer, we should have that quality. Other webinar. Boring, sir, but your webinar very useful, sir. Your speaking level also good, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks, Amit. I take this compliment really very positively. Very good. This webinar completely from other. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the great things what actually you guys are telling here. What of difference teaching awesome. Thanks, everyone. This really means a lot. See, this kind of encouragement is what actually we require. Okay. Thank you so much for all the people giving so much of valuable comments. Very happy about whatever you guys have mentioned. I take it very positively. And tomorrow's session, people, very interesting, very important Power BI session. Lot of things to discuss. Okay. So please attend without fail. Lot of things, because that is the hot tool now in the current industry. I will explain in detail from scratch about data analytics, business intelligence, lot of things to discuss. We'll do that. Okay. All right, people. I'll take a leave now. I have another session to go on. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time. Meanwhile, please don't forget to give the comments and send the screenshots, and also see you purchase this mega bundle before the 100 registrations get over. Okay. Bye, all of you. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.